That's all I gotta say.
Hi, my name is Exploded Mummy, and this is definitely not the first time we're doing, second time we're doing this video.
Yeah, is all I gotta say. The problem is, we did this video the first time, the recording was fine and such, but when I went back to put it together in Audacity, there was this very strange clicking sound that came up in my recording.
Yeah, to be honest, like I thought I heard it briefly, but about 5 seconds later, my oven alarm started to go off. So I never thought about it after that. I don't really know.
I don't know what that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Is the thing.
So anyway, we're obviously trying to free Slave right now. Yeah.
This is our first real fight against the Man of War, and Man of War and Freedom Cry
Well, you've also
pretty dangerous.
spent some time
you can be doing all right here.
So that isn't that bad. Yeah, because this game, you know, when it starts out, you start out, you have nothing, but you can get pretty up to stuff pretty quick.
Yeah, it's just, there's no real big reason to get super powerful. Because there's so
like
little mandatory ship fighting in Freedom Cry. But let it never be said, frigates can't do a lot of damage themselves. Because they have heavy shot too.
Lads, got them! Give me some speed!
They've destroyed the escort, there's pirates, there's bounty hunters on their way. And
Yes, but what I'm doing now is just I'm retrieving the supplies. Because even though I don't really plan to use them, we would be wasting resources.
says the man who killed a dozen fictional entities because he wanted to get an achievement for a called Dance Party.
Well, I just remember in Assassin's Creed 3, if you killed an animal but then ran off without skinning that animal, it would yell at you and say, go back, your ancestor did not waste something or other. Look at that goofball just jumping up and down there. I mean, he's dead now, but still. I also recall you mentioning you found it strange that killing the crew there didn't count. Killing those officers didn't count.
I'd have to go back and look at the, you know, the Black Flag videos to see if that ever happened. Because I'm pretty sure that if he killed an officer, it counted as crew. It just, but I could be entirely wrong. I could be entirely wrong because it's just.
Yeah, I don't know if they changed that or not. Yeah, it's not something I'll swear to, but it seems like it should have been. It should have counted as crew in the main game.
Uh-oh. Somebody sent me a gift on Steam. Oh god.
Off he goes. So, any new adventures in Watch Dogs 2?
So this is going to be weird because I think I was chronicling my Watch Dogs 2 progress, roughly speaking. And so suddenly people are going to hear about what I was doing in video 4 that doesn't have anything to do with what I wasn't doing in video 5. To be honest, I was away at my folks for the last week or so, for the last couple of days. So I haven't really played it since Tuesday. I mean, they turned seamless multiplayer back on.
Oh hey, if this was the first time I was playing Freedom Cry, I would have gotten a gold trophy because I have 526 liberated slaves. Yep, special reward, 500 slaves. That's what it is, yes.
They turned on seamless multiplayer. It's pretty much a blast. Because literally, you can, you know, trigger shit if you want to, but you can also, like, just playing and going down a street and all of a sudden there's dudes driving by you being chased by the cops. and you can join in on a bounty hunt, or you'll get hacked. You know, the seamless multiplayer works really fucking well, and they actually did a really good job with it. Even if technically it wasn't quite working up to speed at console release, but all in all, it's very good. Co-op missions are pretty fun.
Oh hey, it's our new machete. Our new machete, which is a considerable degrade from our old machete.
For those,
so I won't be using this
I
one
think
at all.
I mentioned this last time, but this is actually the island where you're doing the boat chase when you were freeing the maroon hideout in a video or two ago.
Yeah.
But obviously they had to put shit in this one little stretch of land that is hard to get to otherwise. And
yeah. There's no other reason to come out here.
Yeah.
So naturally it stands to follow you put collectibles out here. But to be fair, there are only two. There's only that machete and treasure chest. It's still dumb though. And I was looking at that notification that I got Abstergo credits to improve my multiplayer experience. I mean, obviously I'm never going to use those because I have no intention of playing Black Flag 4 on Assassin's Creed 4 online again. And frankly, I can kind of tell from this game that Ubisoft is kind of getting tired of its Brotherhood multiplayer system right about this game, which is why we haven't seen any online competitive multiplayer in the series since this game. I've always said I think Revelations multiplayer was the highlight of the series because it had the best music, the best
think there's like
the best stages.
It's just kind of like my problem with the Assassin's Creed multiplayer is that, like, it felt like for a while that it's, you know, you're starting to get into like Madden or COD territory of like the adventure portion. Sure, I like having like a release every year on that, but like the multiplayer portion, there really isn't a reason to continually redo multiplayer, especially when you are doing yearly releases. I mean, obviously now we're, 3 or 4 years since the Black Flag, and the last time they actually did competitive multiplayer in this series. Syndicate and Unity didn't. Well,
I guess Unity kinda has competitive multiplayer if you sprint.
Hey, so you might get credit for being a better assassin than everybody else. But that's cooperative. That's cooperative.
Yeah, exactly. It's just compete.
Augustin speaks highly of your help.
I do not know how much
you have an incentive to help your teammates help your teammates accomplish the mission as smoothly as possible because that rewards you more.
I believe you owe me a password.
But yeah, Syndicate had no online multiplayer at all, and I don't know what their multiplayer policy is for the new Assassin's Creed. I haven't looked too much into it. Mainly because I don't think anybody outside Ubisoft has any really good idea what the next Assassin's Creed will be.
By the deft handling of
I'm pretty sure at this point in the Assassin's Creed development cycle, they definitely have their setting and their protagonist and all the basics down. So I think they know what it's about, it's just nobody else does.
Since you cannot provide me with the one thing I truly desire, I hope to compel you to demonstrate some respect by some other means.
But yeah, this video also has by far Freedom Cry's worst mission, but it's not this one. Or maybe it is, No, I think this is why this is the one where we go on to the Gouverneur's plantation.
Lives of the slaves depend on it.
Yes.
I share your curiosity. I'll pay you this favor for the slaves.
This is a much better mission compared to the second one we get to in this video.
At least this one.
You will need a disguise.
Are you a mad woman?
Please, change into these.
But have you seen Adewale's snazzy outfit?
Yes.
I mean, look at this.
A slave's rags. What do you mean by this indignity? Do you mean to see me
now, some Assassin's Creed games have automatic following of NPCs.
Yeah, this is not...
I know Shadow of Mordor does. This is not automatic following.
You should be so lucky. There is no trick. It is only that
I kind of feel awkward sometimes having to follow along
Yes.
behind somebody and it's
And
not
imagine-
automatic.
I am not invited.
It feels, I don't want to say it feels
The excess
bad,
of the
it just kind
occasion
of feels
calls for an
weird.
abundance of supplies to be delivered to his mansion.
Oh, and as a
That's
quick
where you
aside,
come in.
boy, I'm sure shocked the
your
Cleveland
crate,
Browns lost
You will
today.
blend in with the men
I'm not.
delivering the
I'm
goods.
I'm
They're only
blown
the best
away
team
they
in the league.
lost.
Grounds. You can spy on the good.
My team.
Will the overseers not notice one man extra? Or are you simply unconcerned for my
Cleveland
well-being?
Browns.
I've never met an overseer who could
Like
tell
seriously,
two
in
shades
between
apart.
blowing the World Series and
Nevertheless,
football,
be careful.
they must have sold their souls to the
Since
devil
you
to
are
win.
as
the
Well, to be
NBA
fair, they only blew a
finals or
3-1
whatever
lead.
they're called.
You will figure it out.
But
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yeah, that's called
I'm
blowing
talking about
it.
Golden State.
Oh. Well, I'm talking about the city of Cleveland in general.
Yes. Wow.
Here they come. Join the line. Be careful.
But yeah, this mission starts with you following this line, getting yourself into this line of slaves, and that slave driver in the crowd there. He's a real
Yeah.
dickbag, as we'll see soon enough.
Make sure.
What's going on back there?
And this next part is also not autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me almost want to kill somebody. But yeah, this part is not automatic walking either. So, but bear in mind, I'm going as fast as I can right now, and you can't run.
Joke to you. No.
So I'm going as fast as I can, and this guy will still harass you because he's a dick.
I mean, look at it. All of a sudden, there are like 4 slaves, and before they only had 3.
Huh?
Another fit for the pig. You are
That was just some calls. For.
Excellent. Put the crates down there, chers messieurs.
Now this mission has an example of checkpointing that I understand why they do it, and a part of me is glad they do it. But you know, it's kind of like an Uncharted when I want to get through an encounter in one go. I don't want to have a checkpoint in the middle of the fight and then beat an easier fight.
I like that
just
one
kind of feels chintzy to me.
Encounter in Uncharted 4, I want to say Chapter 14, where there's a checkpoint, and if you immediately reload the checkpoint, there's a guy there, and he disappears. It's hilarious.
I will
Huh.
remember you said that.
And it's just like, if you want to make yourself an easier go, because I think that's the one that's one of the ones in Libertalia. On your way. Yeah.
Is it a
You can
sneaking
get
part?
through it. I mean, you can get through almost all of Libertalia sneaking up until the
I see.
after the bank vault thing.
Yeah, there's even a trophy for
Yep,
getting
I've
to
gotten
that
that.
vault
We've gotten
without
that too.
killing anybody. Well, I've got the platinum,
I've got
so
a problem with
obviously
Platinum
I
Watch
got
Dogs
it.
too.
Still.
Just gotta.
Now we need to kill that.
Watch Dogs 2 is
dickbag that
actually
is
a-
attacking us.
Yeah.
I did say
Yeah.
he made me mad enough to kill.
Yeah. Now you can tell it was him because he's the one with the hat. I believe that is the only distinguishing characteristic he gets without any of the other mooks on this map. Everybody else is wearing a bandana or what have you.
He's also gold, so you know he's important.
Oh, sorry, he
There's
he
nothing
was
in
he was
gold in the
the
Assassin's Creed
Yeah, there
series
he is.
that's not
he's
important.
a dickbag in the hat. But I was gonna say, Watch Dogs 2 is actually a really, really easy platinum. All in all, there's nothing particularly like almost all the achievements are either story based, progression based. So and it's not hard stuff. Maybe the hardest one's going to be getting all the research skills, but that'll be eventually easy. But the hardest, like when it comes time to like doing the actual like do a thing type of achievements, Like, the hardest thing is probably going to be killing 5 bounties. But that's just because you have to actually kill the bounty to get it. And if you do enough bounty, you know, once everybody starts doing it again, killing enough bounties will maybe be easy enough. Because other than that, it's shit like, oh, jump a bike 140 meters. Hack a person.
And the thing with this mission is, I don't think you have to necessarily be very stealthy until you start the conversation. But doing these kind of missions, going around killing everyone just doesn't feel right. So I like to do these as stealthily as I can. Unfortunately, I'm not doing a great job of that, is the thing. But luckily, it was only, for some reason, only that guy went on
Well, he
the
saw
ledge,
you,
nobody
but you
else.
also managed to get into hiding just before he went full into shout alert, so...
Well, luckily he did not alert any of his friends to the thing.
Unlike this guy.
Or that guy. And apparently I thought this warranted restarting. And this is kind of a checkpoint I thought was weird.
Since it decided to start you, like, right up top here. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that. I guess because I get... When I got
You
that treasure chest on the patio...
You were close enough where it
guess
triggered
that was
the...
I guess because... Yeah, it triggered the checkpoint flag. Even though I didn't start the conversation, which is what you'd think that checkpoint would imply. That you started the conversation and then for whatever reason you failed it. So yeah, this is kind of weird checkpointing you'll see every now and then in video games. But you know, honestly, I don't know how I feel about stealth, because the historical assassins weren't stealthy. Their entire thing was to make as high profile a kill as possible. If necessary, get themselves killed, but basically make a point. So, do I want to play it more like how stealth games actually play, or how the historical assassins would have acted? It's a debate. And there's
I
merit
play
to
whatever
both
the hell's the
arguments.
most fun.
I dare say it is. If you measure every fathom in
Basically.
perfume.
And as it turns out, usually stealthing things is the funnest way. And it's the more challenging, too, so it's interesting. Unfortunately...
Well, you just decided to make a loud noise mess of things.
See, that was kind of weird to me, even looking back on it, because usually when you jump on top of somebody, you did it on purpose and you wanted to kill them from up top. That is not what I did. I literally jumped right onto the guy, and I just knocked him down. It's kind of rare that actually happens. Ooh,
Yeah.
And yeah, getting into this hay bale or flower plant thing, whatever, that's the trigger to start the second half of the conversation.
Now you gotta get hide in the, Yes.
Delicious.
If no suitable Spanish vessel is available, could we not use a French
we're eavesdropping on conversation missions in Rogue. I feel like
There were a couple, but Rogue also tended to be a lot more focused on stuff. And not nearly as stupid as some of the other ones.
Thank you for the offer, but I have an expensive colony to govern.
Yeah, I feel like Rogue had less dumb tailing missions too.
Even free labor is not free, my friend. Slaves are expensive to replace. The poor beasts expire.
I mean, that's
before
not
they
to
can
say there aren't a lot of different kind of mission types in Black Flag too, because you have sailing in tight conditions, you have trying to stay out of enemy sight. You had that one mission in Nassau where you had to gather all the explosives to blow a hole in the British blockade of the harbor. So there were, but tailing missions definitely
Yeah,
were
they're
the
just.
most prominent.
I just also tend to hate them the most.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's just slowly walking and staying out of someone's sight, which does not make for a particularly interesting experience.
Okay. So anyway, our big bad villain plot here is there's a couple people who want to go to some place in Mexico and take a bunch of detailed measurements to calculate the Earth's circumference so they can navigate the world better. This really has absolutely nothing to do with the Templars or the Assassins. It's just they're kind of dicks to people who own slaves.
Yeah, that's basically our motivation for stopping them here. I guess the idea is that if Adewale lets them do this, then that'll lead them to enslaving more of the native population as well. And basically sort of consolidating their power, as I think the idea is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I mentioned it in the final video, but the whole Assassins versus Templars thing doesn't really come into play with Freedom Fry's plot.
I also kind of just want to make it clear, because this game has such a fucking bare-bones plot that I totally forgot what exactly the main source of conflict this entire game was. And...
in Black Flag in
Dreams
general?
And otherwise, that's basically the only thing you ever get to. What exactly is going on here?
Yeah.
The basic gist of it is you're marooned. Actually, marooned is a horrible, horrible choice. Horrible, horrible pun in some regards. In this series. So basically, you've been left in Port-au-Prince, and you need to make your way back to the Assassin Brotherhood, but you're going to take care of a few loose ends first, because you can.
Yeah, well, right now, even Adewale mentioned he can leave whenever he wants.
Overconfident.
But he just feels an obligation to the Maroon to assist him.
What makes you believe you need him?
And Adewale is kind of motivated by the reasoning that if he steals some of these secrets from the French and undermines their power in Port-au-Prince, that'll help Maroons achieve independence, which is something he wants to come to pass.
Bold-faced scientist Godin hounds the governor for funds. Something about an expedition, navigational secrets.
Why is this the first time I hear of him? It's my whole network turned against me. Does the harbor master think I give him my best girls?
But yeah, we're coming up on.
You wish me to investigate further?
Definitely the worst.
I admit, as a man
of
the science of navigation intrigues me.
No. Yes. I don't
basically
know.
Dumb checkpointing,
I
dumb. I won't say the mission structure is dumb. I like the idea of it. It's just the way it's handled is not the best.
Yeah.
Like okay.
There are
if these investigations were, well, we'll get to it, but I guess I'll get to it right now. But the thing is, you had to, okay, for this mission you have to conduct 5 different investigations. You only have to do 3, but you have to do 5 for the additional objective. If the investigations were connected to a larger goal, like say Assassin's Creed 1, then that would be fine. That would explain things, but they're really not. There's no particular reason to do all 5 of them, except for the additional objective.
Yeah, they're all pretty much like, oh hey, they want to do an expedition, and some of the little finer points of the expedition that you already may have guessed. They want slaves, and they want to use a French ship but not a Spanish ship because they can't get a Spanish ship. But there's no Spanish ships around that they can use, and the French are kind of delicate about using a French ship, and so on and so on.
It's not something you should overly concern yourself about. Is the thing.
It's all.
But I will say the investigations, gameplay-wise, they could have been handled better in Assassin's Creed 1. But the overall thinking behind them, that you develop information on your target and you try to find the best means of attacking them, that's pretty cool. I like that idea.
And did you really need to start a fight next to barracks of dudes?
I really did. I have to be if no one else will be a hero, I have to be the one.
I guess that's
But
the
yeah,
Assassin's Creed brand.
And what I mean, and is that guy just standing there? Yeah, he was just standing there for a while.
It's just something that people in this area do. Stand around to do nothing.
Yeah, sometimes the AI in the DLC just bugs out, like that guy did. And the thing with Assassin's Creed 1 is that, as I mentioned, the gameplay part of getting these investigations can be dumb. Like, I don't know what collecting flags has to do with anything, but the overall thinking behind them, I think, was pretty neat.
They help you. They help make your deaf and mute mother speak. Wait, no, that was feathers. But they put flags back in Brotherhood, and they didn't do a damn thing. Other than
game's collectible. Yeah, the black. At least I can kind of understand the idea. In universe, I can understand why the flags are there. It's just apparently the Borgia think putting flags in some really silly spots will help spread their power. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 had some neat underlying ideas that were kind of not borne out by how you actually, gameplay-wise, how you achieve them. But it is an idea they went back to in Unity to great acclaim, and they fully fleshed out in Syndicate, which does those kind of missions marvelously. With my favorite one being the bank assassination.
The bank assassination was good. Yeah, I like the theater one.
Bastian.
We're just strictly talking Syndicate.
Yeah.
I feel we lost
Yeah,
you to
that
the
one's good
bitterness of
too.
depression.
Syndicate had a lot of cool missions.
Those arrogant
You also got the
men
best
copy
outfit
out
from
of my own
the
network.
theater one.
The cost is too great for the
Which
thrills.
one
Maximum
was that?
Dracula.
What does it matter?
Ah, yes,
So
Maximum
long as
Dracula.
I work for their freedom.
Whatever has inspired
My
it, I'm
favorite
glad
Eevee outfit
to hear
was
the fight
the
back in your voice.
gray and purple outfit.
How can I help?
But the first
The scientist,
Civilization
would they-
outfit, that was also pretty neat.
What is his full purpose here? Can you find that out?
Whatever secrets he carries, I will uncover.
Maximum Dracula.
Start with the harbor master. He sees everyone who comes and goes. He should have kept
And,
me informed.
Jacob has a nice hat, which very few Assassin's Creed protagonists have. In fact, none of them have nice hats. Or maybe, I guess Avalon has a nice hat. But yeah, welcome to the worst mission.
Yes.
Well, we have to start with the harbor master, but it'll quickly get to the 5 investigations part.
Yeah. So basically, for this mission, we're stuck in this little part of town. We got to do 5 stupid little missions. I really have. I mean, we kind of get to the point where we were at the end of the last mission, where they want to start a. You know, we want to confirm everything that we heard at the end of the last mission, but whatever. It's so goddamn
Yeah,
stupid.
it's just whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we need to sneak into this barn. Now, there's a few ways you can get into the barn. I find this is the easiest way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could use firecrackers to distract those guys by the door there.
Yeah.
And then sneak in and spy on them from ground level.
Yeah.
But this is the path of least resistance.
Equipped with every resource it demands. The first need is rather unusual. Monsieur Godet requires, for reasons of scientific record keeping, 3 literate slaves.
Who would have taught them? The Code Noir prohibits.
Perhaps among your house slaves, such a worker exists? You may communicate it privately. There is a reward.
But what will they do?
Take notes, I suppose?
Can none of the French scientists take
You know,
notes?
theoretically, they
Not
could just
fair
put the
to
equipment
carry
down
equipment at the same time.
and then record their notes. And quite frankly, the Earth's circumference, which is something we're trying to measure, has been known since like 600 BC, within like 0.6% error.
Well, they knew the circumference, but not the details of the world map, is the thing. Which is what this investigation, I think, is trying to suss out, is the actual details.
Okay, so
I don't know how he would. I don't know how he would glean that, but sure.
Yeah.
He's the one with eagle vision, not me.
Why is this guy swimming? Like, what the hell? So stupid.
It's very silly.
Yeah. So here is investigation 1. There was a dude. He took something. Let's catch him. And my phone is ringing.
Thanks. Oh hey, I even pickpocketed that guy.
Spain continues to insist the expedition wait for a Spanish ship. But we are allies now. Can they not be persuaded to allow a single French vessel passage in the name of science? We are, after all, allowing Spanish chaperones on board. Signed, Louis Godin.
Yeah, that's
He
great.
does not realize the
Now,
risks of
this next
voyage.
investigation is you go up here, you steal a key from a guy, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's late. I think you just pickpocket this guy. But the thing is, there's a whole bunch of guys surrounding him, and the way guards act is that if they see you pickpocketing someone, they immediately go on alert.
Right.
So we have to be subtle about this.
Yeah. Just wait for him to reload the game so that way we can get a good mission at it. A good go at it.
But yeah, I have to wait till he gets past these guys, and then there's a patrol coming up from the right path there that spotted me the last time I did this, and it was dark. But yeah, you have to pickpocket this guy fast before the other guards get too close.
Yeah.
But then they just vanish. The Animus
Once
is
the
a very
circumference
tricky
of the
thing
Earth is
indeed.
known, we may navigate more precisely and better anticipate the position of the enemy. We will require fewer ships because we will lose fewer ships. Our cannons will aim true, and commercially, well, you know how it is with pirates and slave ships. We can put an end to nonsense by supporting this expedition. Signed, Gouverneur de
Oh,
France.
so I guess they do
There's
want
much
to
at
know the
stake here.
circumference.
Yeah. Not exactly sure how much that's going to help, but whatever.
Sure, whatever. Let's just get this
Not at the distances that he's talking about, at least. But whatever, it's a good plot.
Right. Okay, this next investigation, by far the worst one, and the reason I hate this mission.
Yes.
The way I do it, it doesn't look hard, but it's annoying. That's all you can say about it.
Yeah.
I have heard the start of this conversation so many times when I was recording this shit. And the thing is, I think I mentioned in the original recording, but the final videos for 4 and 5, I uploaded those in the same big 3-hour video. Now about one of that hour came from just watching the credits in part 5, which is reduced to all of maybe a couple minutes in the final version. But also the fact I had to run this mission so many damn times because of this damn investigation. It wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, Quito is apparently in Ecuador, so I was slightly wrong about that. Of course, you're in Port-au-Prince, so to get to Quito, you would have to either circumnavigate South America around the Cape of Good
the Tierra del Fuego?
No.
Yeah, it's the Cape of Magellan.
Yeah, Cape of Magellan. Cape of Good Horn is,
okay, this investigation part. Now, you have to go on ground level to continue following these guys. But these guys are extremely sensitive. And the thing is, sometimes a civilian will be in the wrong place at the wrong time. They will smash into one of these guys, causing them to sort of awkwardly turn around. And if they see you, you're done. They will spot you and fail the investigation, which means you have to restart.
Yeah. Like, the first part of this isn't too bad. It's up to the point where you have to, like, go around the corner.
Yeah,
and you're into the open area where it's just like an absolute bitch.
There's so many dumb things that can go wrong in that investigation.
If you had dancers, this would be an issue, but you don't have dancers, unfortunately.
Yes. There's very few opportunities. I think only that one mission where we got the ship is the only one where dancers are prominent at all. Or prostitutes, I guess, would be the more accurate designation for them in this DLC.
And I'm sure you have some conditions.
Well, those women were Bastien's girls, so I would assume they're prostitutes.
If they were freed, the slave that is.
You know, one time, when I was teaching in Japan, I was teaching an adult class, and one of the readings I selected was about public corruption or public lying or something in the case of some British politicians. And during the course of this class, the word prostitutes came up, and it was a little awkward trying to define such a term for this class because they didn't know what those were. So even speaking to adults, like discussion like that can be awkward.
Yeah.
Like the other teachers, when I announced what reading I'd selected, they were surprised I went with a reading that had the word prostitutes in it. And in another class, it was a businesswoman, I think, and the term market penetration came up, so I had to define what penetration means. So it can be awkward, yeah.
Yeah. Hentai.
Oh yes, this mission. Okay, steal the key from this guy, obviously. Then we need to get the slaves out. Sounds simple enough, and it really, this is probably the most simple of the investigations.
Yeah.
Even though
except for tackling that one dude.
You kind of have to be quick about boosting the key from this guy, because there's a lot of guards surrounding this area. And again, if guards spot you, it turns into a big old mess. You don't want to mess, because this mission, in addition to being dumb, is really finicky sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, you just throw a smoke bomb and get out of there. Since the other additional objective, don't kill anybody.
Thank you kindly.
I did not do it for kindness. The information now, out with it.
Ah. Yes.
I don't know, these kind of vistas remind me of the Out to Sea chapter from Uncharted 4.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That was a really cool chapter, even though it didn't have any fighting in it.
Smuggling.
Yeah.
That whole game is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so here's the fifth investigation, which is a little ways from the harbor massacre I was talking about. After I completed the fourth investigation, I went to this fifth investigation spot, but I couldn't find the gold guy. It didn't seem like he spawned. So I had to restart, and for some fucking reason, it registered me doing the slave pen, the letter at the start, and the pickpocketing missions. But it didn't register the investigation mission. I have no idea why that is. That doesn't make any sense. So, on top of hating the investigation the first time around, I get to do it a second time after this investigation. It is so retarded, and part of the reason I hate this mission.
Or I will wring it out. No.
Why did that happen? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, just for the record, you haven't heard any clicking on my end this time?
Not really, no.
Okay, good. I think the only background noise was the rain, but I probably would have gotten rain anywhere, because it's kind of rainy today.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think I heard it a couple times, but nothing like at the end of every time he said something, just one instance.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know what it was, just...
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the rain or not, it was just...
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what to tell you about that clicking. But also right now I have the 154th episode of The Simpsons Marathon, which just ended.
We can seize them.
Almost 2 weeks straight of Simpsons episodes.
We need only supply.
Didn't they already do this?
Yeah, when FXX got the contract to air old Simpsons episodes, they did a let's watch the entire Simpsons series. That was back when I was living in Taiwan, so I couldn't watch any of it, but just imagine trying to sit through this entire marathon.
To achieve independence, the Mayon require...
I was watching Kung Fu Movie Marathon on Already the other day, so whatever.
That has always been my role.
That was great.
What now?
Especially when we finally got up to
That is what I thought. The storm brought you in.
the Bruce Lee
And
movies.
you will leave on the tempest of
And the
opportunity,
Chuck Norris fight at the Coliseum.
imagination.
That's
Goodness.
still a great fight.
And I will be left here to do what I can. Powerless.
No, any day now the Maroons will rise up. Then I will leave, not before. I've decided.
You are as
Oh
arrogant as the
goodness,
French.
it's sure getting awkward.
Yeah.
Blah.
But you'll have to
Yeah.
watch the next
That is
video
all
to
you
see how
are.
everything
Bastien?
turns out.
No. Go
Which
now.
we've already recorded. We didn't need to do this, but I did not want to upload a video with that really obnoxious clicking.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Alright.
Thank fucking God. That's over.
Yeah.
Couldn't get Sufan to get.